Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of Stainless Steel Medieval 2 Total War with Portugal, where last episode our King Henrique unfortunately passed away. So King Afonso is now our new leader, with Prince Rui, an adopted child, being the faction heir. We do have a few more children incoming, and we did also bring a new adoptee into the family, Duarte de Cote Gakia. Not going to pretend to be pronouncing this particularly well. We're heading him towards Seville. We are also crusading towards Granada. A lot of factions are joining us in that crusade, and also we're going for Cordoba. There's a very large army outside, but we can take Cordoba this turn. There won't be much that they can do about it, which is excellent. This general, I'm going to move out of Lisbon for the time being. I want to put a fort outside Silves. We're a little bit low on money across the board. But we'll take a logging camp here, so we're at least doing something in Lisbon. Seville doesn't have much it can do. We did want to push to Parma, but unfortunately Genoa beat us to it. There's not much we can do this turn apart from taking Cordoba, and then we'll have to deal with Masala al-Undi afterwards. But inside Cordoba is a very competent general, but unfortunately he doesn't have much with him. So we should be able to take him out regardless of his skill. All cavalry, so we can take the walls without a fight, hopefully. And once we take out Cordoba, that's going to be their economic heartland gone for a little while. We may not be able to hold it forever, but we can hold it for the time being. That's kind of the main thing, is my hope anyway. Well, I do want a little bit better weather. There we go. That'll do. Let's just get ourselves organised. Cavalry can just sit at the back. Doesn't really matter who we send to the walls, to be honest, because they're just going to sit in the town centre. So I'll just send this forward, because I don't even think the towers will fire for the most part. And to be honest, I don't mind wasting levy archers on pushing the ram, even if they do die. I'm just going to get everyone else to drop their siege equipment. I don't think we need it for this engagement. We built it and we didn't need it, but that's a better way for that to happen. So you guys will be grouped. Ooh, is it turning night time? I think it might be. Yeah, they were not technically doing a night battle. That's interesting. You guys can also group together.
Our men have reached the gate with the battering ram.
Okay, what we'll do, we'll probably set up in this small courtyard here and put some archers behind. I mean, probably the best thing we can do is just push in with all our infantry here. This might be a pretty simple engagement, to be honest. Let's go have a look and see how this is going on. I don't really want to attack any other bits of the wall. There's no real need for us to. Let's get our infantry moving forward. They don't really need to run. They can walk just to save their energy for the time being. Gets to 66%, that's good. We'll get the general to come in as well.
Our men have done well.
The general can run in, that's fine. You just come up on the gate here to shoot if you need to. And you just head into this swarm here.
Our soldiers have proved their worth today. The enemy's walls belong to us now.
I want to get those guys actually up on the towers in case we need them to start firing. That'd be pretty useful. Oh, they're actually pushing us. That's interesting. Well, take them out. They're only desert cavalry. So we'll take some losses here because I didn't realise they were pushing us. But they're only skirmisher cavalry. They'll struggle really with these spearmen here.
The battle is in our favour. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Yeah, I don't think we need to worry too much. We can probably speed up time. So at some point these guys will rout because they're just not strong enough to take on even fairly basic spearmen. This is skirmisher cavalry do not have a strong case for fighting in kind of inner city sieges. And now we just need to charge the bodyguard. And we're just going to continue using our infantry here, because they're the things that are arguably most replaceable overall. We might lose quite a few of them, because this general, as far as I can tell, has got a lot of health. But numbers-wise, we should just be able to swarm them, hopefully. It will...
The battle is in our favor.
We will definitely lose some, but
we
should be okay. This front group is taking a lot of battering. Let's see if we can get them out of there, because you're just going to struggle morale-wise. And are very tired, so I don't really want you guys to rout if entirely possible. I'd rather you guys run away. Let someone else take the brunt of the damage. So you guys are going to be degrouped. You get out of there. I think you are you're mostly running away, that's good. Okay, we've lost 11%, but that's fine. And as we start to knock down more of these bodyguards, things will work better in our favour as numbers kind of swing more in our favour.
And forging a worthy victory.
Down to 17. This is one of those fights where really just the best thing we can do is just charge and scrum. They're down to 14 left, so that's not bad at all. I mean, we easily could have done this a little bit better and saved some of our infantry here. But I know this general's bodyguard is tough, and I'd rather just waste my infantry on it rather than someone more important. I'm going to need my range for defence later on. Okay, defeat's almost certain. I just need to keep our kind of troops' morale up, because everyone's a little bit exhausted at the moment. And they could rout if we're not careful. Definitely lost a lot of Andalusians. I think we had a lot more when we started. We'll bring our own general in, just to ensure the victory. And they'll also provide some morale benefits to our troops here. Right, speed up time again. We probably could have done this a little bit easier with skirmisher cavalry, but my concern would be that our skirmisher cavalry would die within the walls, and then that wouldn't go very well. There he is, the general there, fighting to the death. And he's got a lot of hit points as well. He will eventually go down, but not before he's taken out a lot of spearmen. Yeah, this is on times 6 speed. Look how much battering he's taking. There we go.
Dead. Good riddance to that desert dog. Pray his death will break his immense resolve.
And then we just need to charge the town centre. We can do that with our infantry, or what infantry we have left, as well as our general. Because there's not that many troops there. We can afford to send our general in, I think. It's the only heavy cavalry we have with us, but it's not a problem. They'll probably throw some stuff at us, but we should be able to take them pretty easily.
Have taken control of the city.
I think we've done more than taking control, we've won.
Clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
Definitely could have lost less men there, 439. Pretty much all our infantry would be dead there, but we've taken Cordoba, their capital. And once we take Granada, we'll push them off the Iberian Peninsula, which will be pretty good. And we've taken out a very competent general there, which is useful. We may well need to exterminate here. We can probably just sack, actually, and get a good amount of money out of it as well. It's not growing very well, because it's already a very large settlement, and is still fundamentally Islamic. Cordoba Mosque. I don't really want to get rid of that because it's pretty good for happiness, although of course it's not a church. There is a theologian's guild here. That's of interest to me. That means I can probably recruit some good people, some good priests here. You're going to have to go back into Cordoba just for now. Cordoba's going to be a bit of a problem city, probably. We can give it the Plaza del Toro. Yeah, it's good to now have Cordoba on side. All our other people are moving. You can get to Seville this turn. Seville, we're kind of trying to get a new army started. We can actually now buy some more stuff because we got that money from looting. Let's get another diplomat out at Lisbon. Get Port of Silvers, that's fine. Seville. Lisbon probably doesn't need a logging camp. It can probably have something a little bit better. Can have a market to increase tradable goods. That's probably we can do all this turn. I'm interested to see generally how many people are inside Granada. But let's end the turn there. See how things go. And see what that large army of the Moors decides to do. Whether it decides to attack Cordoba. That bishop looks like he might be being assassinated by our kind of local inquisitor there. It's the first time we've actually seen this take place. If he's deemed to not be pious enough, then he will be burned at the stake as a heretic. And this time our bishop has not been successful. He's been executed. That probably means we'll have a little bit of a lower standing with the Pope because we had a bishop that was deemed heretical or a priest that was deemed heretical. We'll have to see. But I'd much rather that he targets our priests as opposed to our family members because we can always recruit more priests, but recruiting family members is a much more finite business, I would think. Now, what are the Moors going to do? Especially that big army by Cordoba. They're just going to sit there? Or are they going to pull back towards Granada because of the crusade? I know that Leon's at war with the Moors as well, so they might go and push them. Of course, there is Murcia as well we need to go and deal with. Maybe Leon might do that. Okay, that army's putting away, that's good. Still a few small armies in our territory, but nothing that we can't handle, I would think. And they've left Granada relatively undefended. It looks like Leon's going to try and dissuade that army from pushing further into the Iberian Peninsula. The only problem is that once we kick the Moors off the Iberian Peninsula, Leon and or Aragon might decide that we are the next best targets, as they won't have as easy of an access to the Islamic factions going forward. We'll have to see. But taking Cordoba is useful for sure. Byzantine Emperor is dead. Making the wind work. Reports are coming from across Western Europe of engineers who create a miracle mill that requires no stream or river to power it. Supposedly man has found a way to let the very winds themselves drive massive mill mechanisms simply by catching sails on beams of wood. While the mill's effectiveness reportedly dies as the winds do, to those living far from running water is sure to be considered a godsend. And executed for heresy. Perhaps this person simply was not pious enough. After proving to be guilty of heresy, they've been burned at the stake for crimes against God by an inquisitor. Jose de Cunha.
The Inquisition is charged with rooting out heresy wherever it dwells. Such holy work is not for the faint-hearted, for it seems only after sufficient persuasion is applied do the guilty confess their sins.
What a horrible way to die. Portugal's joined the crusade. Of course, that's us. Let's start recruiting some priests out of Cordoba, because they're likely to be better, although we don't actually have a church here. It's something we probably want to get sorted. Those mines aren't spectacular, but they'll do the job. Let's merge what we can here. I'm guessing there's a decent sized blacksmith here. Well, there's a lot of retraining we can do. Right,
Yes.
you guys will need to merge though. Let's see if we can get these guys merged together.
Orders.
At least some of you are now merged together. Right, let's go back into Cordoba. Yeah, a bunch of these guys can be repaired. I don't know what we can give to them. Let's get a merchant here, and we'll also retrain the mace men. Shame we can't repair the Andalusians, so we'll retrain those Jinetes as well. You need to move over here. We need to start making this place Catholic.
God's servant.
You head over here towards Cordoba. You can head down here, just have a look at things.
Orders.
You need to come here and just build me a fort, please.
Preparing defensive fortifications.
And we'll just chuck these
Move out.
spearmen inside. You can head back to Lisbon. Sylvester's going to need just a little bit more recruitment, or just to lower the tax rate, that's fine.
Listen to me, Siddiq, and you shall be an infidel no longer.
Okay, we still need to convert Seville
God's servant.
back to being Catholic.
Who do I face?
Put you inside Seville. You might be able to push on Murcia, or you can push down towards maybe Marrakesh. You're not a great commander, but we might be able to make you one in due course. And we don't really have many other options, so let's see what kind of force we can put together with you. There's not much frontline infantry there,
Orders.
but I don't really want to give you peasants particularly.
Who do I face?
But you might be able to get some other troops from elsewhere. You're a diplomat, not a very good one.
Someone to see.
Unfortunately, you can't bribe an inquisitor.
Yes.
Let's send our diplomat. Actually, we can send the diplomat in the boat up towards Denmark or Norway. It'll take him a long time to get there. We've got another new family member, Christine de Portugal. Unfortunately, she won't be a princess, so we can't do much with her. Porto, you've got some troops, don't you?
Yes. My lord.
Let's get these
Yes.
troops together. We'll get this army kind of up and running.
Orders. March.
Lisbon might need to just have its tax rate lowered a little bit. There we go. We're still making a decent profit per turn.
Yalla, my sultan wishes you dead.
Cordoba, we are already on our way there. Getting things sorted, but yes, there is, because there is a theologians guild here. It means that we want to be probably making all our priests here from now on, because they'll get a little bit of extra piety. I'm also a big fan of the armour here, because that allows us to upgrade scale, partial heavy mail and heavy mail armour. Unfortunately, it's not a castle, it's a city, but it can still do some good work. Can also recruit crossbow militia, who are not terrible actually. Their missile attack of 7 is not bad at all, they're pretty good for holding out on walls.
Yes.
Prince Rui, we're going to move towards here.
This is where we shall meet the enemy.
So we just have relations improved, presumably with the Papal States. Yes, it is. We won't do the Pilgrims, they're not really worth it.
Yes. Closing for battle.
This is a castle, so we need to be a little bit wary of what we are expecting here. We can have 3 ladders, a ram, and a siege tower at Granada.
The siege
There's only 1 unit type inside at the moment. We will need to butcher this place. It's heavily Islamic, despite our best efforts
God's servant.
with our priests here. I mean, some of these priests are not
God's servant.
spectacular, although at least you're growing the faith, so you're getting some additional piety. Speaking of which, how's the College of Cardinals looking? Very, very Sicilian. I think I've got a diplomat somewhere near Sicily. Oh yes, you got stuck outside there, didn't you?
Naturally, my lord.
Let's see if we can find the Hungarians.
My lord, I cannot go there.
I think Hungary is probably somewhere around here. I might loop back and speak to the Sicilians if possible. Because they seem to be pretty strong. We could always turn our boat round, I suppose.
Yes, my lord.
But no, let's go speak to Norway, Denmark, England, Scotland. I think we've spoken. I don't know if we've spoken to England already, but let's just try to fill out the map a little bit more.
Orders?
So we know what's happening. Who are you? You just look like infantry to me, so we'll send out a cavalry force to deal with you.
Yes.
Ooh, you do have farry cavalry who are long range. If we can take those farry cavalry out, we should be okay. We just need to make sure our king doesn't get killed. Because if he does, that's a bit of a problem. Okay, start our deployment. We want to probably chase down those farry cavalry as quickly as possible. So I'm going to get my Hunters up on the high ground and hopefully try and deal with them. We'll send our general the other way just to hopefully try and confuse them a little bit. I'm not too worried about them being spearmen. It's only this missile cavalry we need to deal with. Whereas these guys are long range. Let's go into Cantabrian Circle. Yeah, they're already shooting. They're going to hurt this our own missile cavalry here, unfortunately. Right, we need to counter-fire, really. Because the quicker we can take this missile cavalry out, the better. And if we can then charge them from the other side, that would be good. Just going to make sure we don't get too close to the spearmen.
Our foes appear to be gaining the upper hand in this battle.
Yeah, because our Hinaters are being massacred at the moment, that's why. Oh, those farry cavalry are elite. This might be a losing situation. I think this farry cavalry will run before we get close to them. But if we can at least get some bit of a charge off, that'd be good. Okay, back, because those spearmen are there. Those Nubian spearmen are there. And I imagine these missile cavalry are actually pretty decent in hand-to-hand combat, in some regards. How are we doing? Okay, we are doing well against the farry cavalry, that's for sure. Okay, I think we're balancing this out slightly now. Now that we've mostly dealt with the farry cavalry, I'm less concerned. We were struggling at the beginning for sure. And we've definitely lost a lot of our missile cavalry, unfortunately. Right, pull back. You keep on attacking those Nubian spearmen. Will be time for you to leave soon, though. But there's only 5 missile cavalry left, so that's something we don't need to worry about anywhere near as much now. Okay, just need to watch out when our guys run out of ammo. Okay, pull back. Yeah, we've definitely swung this back in our favour now.
Our men have slain the Saracen general. Now we must send his men running back to the desert.
Okay, you're the only one who still has ammo. You two get out of here for now. You guys need to run, not walk, please. You need to shoot those Nubian spearmen. You go after that group there. Yeah, we've managed to turn that around. Those farry cavalry are scary. Perhaps we shouldn't have tried to deal with them the way we did.
Seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge.
Right, and everyone just charges Nubian spearmen. They're probably the last major group
The
left.
battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Charging with the heavy cavalry from the front, the light cavalry from behind, that shouldn't be too bad. And then it's just those 13 Nubian spearmen there who are still alive.
Praise the Almighty.
We'll charge them down, why not?
Stomach to fight. We must push our advantage.
You can go after these Nubian spearmen here. It's okay. We can speed up time now a little bit. You can go after them.
The enemy are overcome. This is a great victory, worthy of only the mightiest of generals.
Interesting, that counts as a heroic victory. I guess we were heavily outnumbered against the unit of elite cavalry, so in some ways that makes sense. And I'm not going to say no to a heroic victory. That'll probably give some more positive traits to Prince Alfonso. You guys can be executed. Let's keep on working on our dread. Who else are we expecting to fight? You guys, let's merge together. You are going to have to go back to Seville. Because you are very undergeared at the moment. Cordoba is going to be one of those problem cities. The growth is going to be terrible there. Probably I would have been better off exterminating. Probably we'll go for council chambers afterwards to try and get growth back to a more positive income. I think that's probably wise. Let's put some Lusitanian javelin women in to kind of get themselves prepared.
I will not waste words on you, infidel. Yalla!
That's a pretty sizable group of spearmen, which is fine as long as there aren't any Farry soldiers, any Farry horsemen to deal with.
Approaching, my lord. Yes, marching. We march.
Okay, those are just spearmen. We can deal with them. That's fine.
No matter how they fail, let none escape. Attack!
They've got no range. We've got a unit of heavy cavalry. We'll be able to probably take them out without issue.
Our foes appear to be gaining the upper hand in this battle.
I don't think we really need to worry. It's because they're just infantry. We really don't need to be too concerned. No need to go to Cantabrian Circle for this. Just head forward and shoot them. And then once our rangers run out, we can then kind of attack properly. But we've got maneuverability in range. They don't. Let's use that as effectively as possible, please. And the Nubian spearmen are pretty good in terms of their numbers. Their quality is not spectacular, so I think we'll be okay. I'm actually just more concerned as to when we run out of missiles. That's when things won't be as easy. You guys target them. You can probably just charge into that group of Nubian spearmen straight away. I know it is spearmen, but one group isolated relatively by itself should be okay for our general to charge into and cause a big old big collapse there. That's good. You guys are wavering, you're routing, you're broken. Excellent. Okay, you guys pull back. You two can keep firing at these groups, keep them occupied. And you can fire that charge that fairly thin group of spearmen. Again, you should be able to do some good work here. Probably won't be as successful of a route as the first time round, but it would have done some good work for sure.
The enemy
You're nearly out of ammo.
They have lost half their men.
So you pull back because you're going to get attacked if you're not careful. And you just run a little bit quicker than that, please. You can charge into that group of Moors again. You also no longer have any ammo, so you're going to be damaged. I can't get you away quick enough. So you guys group together and let's get you over there for just maneuverability's sake.
Oh Lord have mercy! Our leader
What?
lies slain on the battlefield.
Oh, that was a silly mistake of mine. Prince Alfonso. No. That was a silly death. Okay, we've actually got to be pretty careful here now. This might actually go against us because we lost our king and our leader. And you guys are no longer routing. Didn't even see his death. It's probably him right there, to be honest. Oof, well, Prince Rui has now very quickly become the king. We'll have to move one of our other generals over towards Cordoba. That was unfortunate. I don't know if we can get I presume we can't get a man of the hour from this. Is my guess anyway. Looks like they're leaving anyway. So let's do what we can. Because we're going to lose this group of heavy cavalry. Let's do what we can to at least knock into them a little bit. They are running off the field now for sure. I can't believe we lost our God, not only our general but our king. That's really unfortunate. It's not spectacular, and again, this wasn't a fight we really needed to commit heavily in. So that is unfortunate, but oh well. It is what it is. We just keep going from there. Oh, you're going to be sandwiched if you're not careful. And you guys are nowhere close to routing as you used to be. Oh, he was so good as well. Right. You guys are going to get to withdraw. Because I don't really want to waste you, to be honest. This heavy cavalry will let charge in.
I pray the course of this battle changes, because defeat seems almost certain.
Yeah, we'll just knock out as many of them as we can. It's not really a loss per se, because we just decided to withdraw from this fight. Got this group over here. We may as well make use of these heavy cavalry before they die.
Our men have our army is tiring.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Let's just do what we can here. Pull back.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way.
We can probably
Let's
still win
pray
this
it
battle
remains
overall.
as such.
Just by it, yeah,
Praise
there we
the
go.
Almighty. This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
Yeah, but King Alfonso is dead. He died in a really stupid battle. Ah, it's unfortunate. The unthinkable has happened. Our noble ruler has been slain at the hands of our enemy. Once the people have mourned properly, retribution for this vicious blow must be swift and decisive. Oh, we do get man of the hour. Captain Lucas, welcome aboard, sir. Relatively healthy, military-minded, basic military education, aspiring commander, sharp winning first. Welcome aboard.
I will not name thy enemy, Lord.
New faction leader, King Rui. Who's our new faction heir? The new faction heir is Prince Gonçalo. That's interesting. I hope Lucas becomes the new faction heir once King Rui dies. King Rui is only 26. His authority is terrible, his piety is terrible, and he's unhealthy. But he's on campaign.
Sibni Lawadi, infidel.
You just return to Cordoba for now, please. That's really unfortunate.
Let me strike.
There's not much we can do about that though. Prince Gonçalo is a good administrator, but he's not really a commander. I'm hoping that once we take Granada next turn, if we take Granada next turn, we can get King Rui can kind of at least be pretty competent after that. I wish there was a few more mercenaries we could grab here. We might be able to send him some additional reinforcements from Cordoba. That might not be a terrible idea.
Yes.
Although the Hinterlands can't move this turn.
Orders.
We can send him some additional forces to join there, and also they'll get some experience, so there's no reason for us not to, really. Cordoba is a little bit underguarded now, but it's got enough in there for the time being. Let's probably end the turn. You've moved, I think our ship has moved. Yeah.
Yes.
End the turn, see what happens. We're probably due a new pope at some point soon, and we will be backing the Sicilians because they've just got enough votes to carry it at the moment. Even if our own card is in there, I think probably we'll vote for the Sicilians because we want them to look upon us favourably. Got to be very careful that our king doesn't get assassinated by the Inquisitor from the Vatican city that's kind of hanging around our lands. I'll be curious to see where that big army goes from the Moors. I think probably they're going to defend, possibly against the Kingdom of Leon, but we'll have to see. No, they're coming back for Cordoba. They're on the bridge there, fine. And we've just about beaten the Kingdom of Leon there, that's good. So they haven't attacked us this turn. We've still got to watch out though. I'm going to watch out for rebel pirates as well. Okay, let's get you continuing to move, please. The English are some around here. We'll find them around Cam. Couldn't speak to them there. Diplomatic information. Leon and the Moorish Caliphate are at war, as are Poland and Kiev. We have spread the word of the Lord. 1,000 florins, very nice. Okay. Lucas is now Duke of Cordoba. Some of our bishops are getting better. You can come over here. That's a big force. I'd actually much rather they come into Cordoba than vice versa.
Ready to trade.
You're a decent merchant. Can we send you somewhere? That's actually 137 florins. We'll send you there. You can join the crusading army. I don't think we can get you guys to actually join in the crusade. Yeah, Leon will join the crusade now. No surprise, they're very close by.
Courage and honor, trusted friends.
That's okay. Let's send our diplomat further this way. It's a Danish merchant. There's the Hungarians. Excellent. Trade rights. Map information.
No, we will not accept such
I'll
a
pay
thing.
that. I want to see what's going on in this part of the world.
Soon forget this. Goodbye.
Okay, the Hungarians haven't really done much. They seem to have kept themselves in their own territory for the most part. That's interesting. You can see their lands over there. Let's push into Granada. Granada, I think, is also a pretty good castle, if I remember correctly. Let's push in.
Yes, my lord.
This will also allow Prince Rui to, or King Rui now, to actually get some good benefits. Okay, you're the Lord High Marshal. Relatively healthy. You're a Knight of Fighter. You're the Regent. You're a pretty good commander, better than King Rui is. Let's hope that King Rui doesn't die unnecessarily, because that was a bit of a waste to have thrown away Prince or King Alfonso. Not really thrown him away, but it wasn't really his time to die in such a mediocre battle. So let's see how this goes. Again, we've got plenty of troops. I don't think we really need to worry. Where's our ram? Again with the archers. And we're just going to, as before, anyone who's infantry based is going to come with us. You. Group you guys all together. Get you to run to the walls. Because we probably don't need any other troops. Not all of you guys are technically on crusade. You come to help out anyway. There's only one group of General's Bodyguard, and Granada's pretty big. Again, I think we can just use our infantry here. I think our archers will just get in the way. Probably could have parked a little bit closer with my ram, but you know, so be it. We'll get all our other archers ready to go, just in case we do need them. I don't think we will need them, but we can get them all grouped together, just in case. The ram has nearly made it to the walls. It's a long old way to get to the front of these walls. The towers over there will be on when we get closer, I think. I must say, I do like the Moorish towns. They look pretty cool. Okay, ram has nearly made it. Excellent. I think in the original Total War or Medieval Total War, they didn't have these kind of local commanders at the left-hand side here.
The battering ram is in place. It will not be long before our enemy's defenses fall.
But they do in stainless steel, which I just think adds a little bit of character. Does it make sense that kind of all these units would have local commanders, as well as the general who took overall command? You know, that inherently makes sense. Now, these reinforced gates will take a while, but they will go down.
The battering
Excellent.
ram has done its work. Now is the time for brave hearts and brave deeds.
And now we just charge the town centre. We will be warmed up. They will probably struggle a little bit in terms of fighting this guy, but that should be alright.
Our soldiers have proved their worth today. The enemy's walls belong to us now.
We'll just hold these towers. And we've got, whatever, 1,000 troops coming in here. Even if it's a struggle, we'll be able to manage. And hopefully we can get to them before they charge. Be pretty useful, actually. Here we go, we've made it. What I might do, I might get my Crusader Sergeant, or my Crusading Footknights to come around the side here.
Our men are in command of the castle.
And then we can attack from the side.
Kind
of flank them almost.
Our men are winning the battle. And
Oh, okay,
forging
we're
a
routing,
worthy
we're routing,
victory.
we're routing. Okay. We're routing, but those spearmen are exhausted. Again, I should have really just pushed in with what I had. But it'll do the job.
The enemy are badly blooded.
They're only going to have so many men left. Right, everyone back in, please. Just attack him. 22% men dead, but again, it's the melee troops. The ones that I can really afford, the ones that I can afford to lose.
The enemy king is slain. All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won.
300 men lost. Again, I could be doing that a little better, but to set up for only 42 heavy horsemen, I don't really think it's worth it. Moorish Caliph is dead. I didn't realise that's the king.
Honorable victory, my noble lord.
Okay, we've done the crusade, excellent. And actually they are pretty loyal to us. We'll just sack it for some money. But it's heavily Islamic here. We need to get a church in there straight away. We get some florins, we get some experience. Okay, I was hoping to get a little bit more piety and general reputation for King Rui there, but it's better than nothing. Recruitment here is pretty good for everybody. Yes, we can finally actually get our mailed knights recovered, and also we can get some distant cavalry here, as well as more Hitters. And also Bedouin infantry, who are pretty decent actually. So that's not bad at all. Cordoba. Are there any Lucas? Any mercenaries we can get out here for you? There aren't. That's unfortunate. Let's get you guys together. You can come down towards Seville. You might need to go relieve Cordoba, depending on how things go. You need to get down to Granada, but it's not really safe for you to do so at the moment. You guys can be retrained, which is good. Anyone who's available to join this army should do so. In fact, we'll probably send him down this way and see what happens there. Cordoba is still losing property or losing people. We are very much inspiration for Christendom, which is of course excellent.
Yes.
But that won't last forever. Now my diplomat who's here,
Noble lord.
I want him to wrap round back towards Sicily if possible. I'd like to potentially make an alliance with the Sicilians, they're pretty powerful. We'll see how things go. I'm imagining that big army of the Moors will be attacking us pretty soon. Somewhere. Not entirely sure where, but that's why I'm trying to get as many troops inside my castles ready. We've pretty much... with only one Moorish town left on the peninsula, we've pretty much kicked them off between ourselves and Leon. It's pretty good, but they're definitely not out of the fight just yet. They've still got plenty of fight left in them, as seen by that full stack army on the bridge. And I'm not willing to attack them on the bridge. That's not going to be something I want to attempt to do. Bridge battles, as we've seen, can be very powerful if you're the defending force, but if you're the attacking force, not so much. And what are they going to do with that army? Looks like that army's pulling back for now. That's probably good. I'd like to build a watchtower over that right hand side so we can see really what's going on. Kingdom of Leon are just coming home. I don't mind them coming through our territory, that's not a problem. They've got to get home somehow. Aragonese merchant, just moving around, nothing too troublesome there. So we've been able to expand because we're mostly fighting Islamic factions. When we end up fighting a actual Catholic faction, that's where things are going to be tough. You want to speak to Venice? We can speak to Venice.
Yes, my lord.
Speak to Venice on the way past, I suppose. That's not a problem. I want to put Prince Gonçalo back inside Lisbon. New family member, lots of princesses. We know how the princesses go for us usually. Church in Cordoba, excellent. It's mostly Catholic now. But I will put council chambers in. Granada. Let's retrain you. Let's get some discovery and a spy up here. That's going to need a small chapel because this is fairly Islamic. But Granada's a great one for us to have on board. You're just going to head up here to Cordoba, build me a watchtower,
Bringing these lands under your
so I can see what's going on in the Murcia territory.
do I face?
And you head back to Cordoba. Just gives us a little bit more vision.
God bless, noble ally.
I don't quite see how that Leonese family member's going to get home.
Trusted friends.
What we'll do, we'll actually try let him through
My lord.
by abandoning that fort, because if we
Name thy
don't
enemy, lord.
abandon that fort, he may not have somewhere to get through, and that's not going to be very useful for him. Let's also get our diplomat
Your orders?
to speak to the English
Plotting course now.
here at Khan.
Yes.
What is it you
Oh, we've already got trade rights, fine. We'll take map information though.
This proposal
I'm not giving you 3,300 florins.
disappointing.
Boarding now.
You can head up to Scotland,
Full sail.
and then from there you can go over and speak to the Danes and the Norwegians. You're heading in the right direction. Speak to the Venetians. I'm just going to set up a fort here
We shall not surrender
and
this position.
to hold that gap.
Your orders, noble one.
And we'll put a.
Your Majesty.
We can put those mercenary spearmen in actually. Actually, no, they're being retrained. We'll just put a unit of spearmen issue in there. These aren't really to actually, you know, stop someone coming in. Mostly just to delay people, if anything else.
Name thy enemy, lord.
But I tell you what, we've done a successful crusade, but our king died, not even in the process, in a tiny piddly little battle just past Cordoba. But overall, we've still done pretty well. The family is expanding with lots of princesses. Eva de Castellum will probably be a princess in the future. 32 separate branches of the family joining, but think about how many more generals we could have had under Iraka and Sancho, who are now long gone. We've got 6 regions, so still got a long way to go just yet. But I'm sure things will start to snowball soon. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.